The lightning faded, but the air still hummed with power as Tunde faced the towering figure of the sky. His chest heaved, his hands shook, but his gaze did not waver. Yet, as the storm loomed closer, the earth itself seemed to cry out against his defiance. Rocks split, trees bent low, and the wind tore at his skin like claws. The sky raised a hand of cloud and thunder, and the mountain shook beneath him. "You dare demand rain as though it is your right?" the sky thundered. "You are dust, and dust must bow?" Tunde gritted his teeth, his voice rising above the roar. "If dust must bow, then dust will rise again. I am not afraid of you." He slammed the staff into the ground, and from its carvings came a surge of light that forced the storm back for a heartbeat. But the sky only laughed, a deep and rolling sound. "Your fire is strong, boy, but fire alone cannot tame the heavens. If you would seek rain, you must walk the path of trials. Survive them, and you may speak with me again. Fail, and your bones will bleach on this mountain." Before Tunde could answer, the ground cracked beneath his feet, and he was swallowed into darkness. He fell for what felt like endless moments, until at last he landed in a cavern, deep beneath the earth. The air was cool, damp, and alive with whispers. Strange lights flickered on the walls, and shadows shifted though there was no flame. From the darkness came a voice smooth and sly. "Who enters the cavern of echoes?" Tunde raised the staff, its glow dim but steady. "I am Tunde, son of the Rainmaker. I seek to bring rain to my people." From the shadows slithered a figure, half man, half serpent, eyes gleaming like polished stones. It circled him slowly, tongue flickering. "Rain, you say? Many have sought it here. They begged, they wept, they offered blood, but none left with what they desired. Why should I help you?" Tunde stood firm. "Because I do not beg. I do not weep. I fight," the serpent man hissed, amused. "Brave words. Very well, let us see if you can match them." With that, the cavern walls shifted, revealing 3 tunnels. The serpent man's voice echoed. "Choose. One path leads closer to the rain you seek, the others to death. Choose wisely, Rainmaker's son." Tunde studied the paths. One was lit with golden light, another was dark as night, and the last glowed faintly blue. He closed his eyes, listening, and in the silence, he remembered his father's words. "Water does not shout, it whispers." He turned toward the faint blue glow and stepped inside. The tunnel narrowed, the air grew colder, and soon he found himself standing before a pool of still water. Its surface reflected not his face but visions, his village starving, children crying, his father kneeling in sorrow. Tunde's chest ached at the sight, but when he reached to touch the water, the reflection shifted. Now it showed him as a king, crowned with gold, people kneeling before him in endless praise. A voice rose from the pool. "Take the crown, Tunde. Forget your village. Forget the drought. You could rule, you could be remembered forever." For a moment his heart wavered. The thought of power, of being more than just a desperate boy, tempted him. But then he clenched his fists. "What use is a crown to a starving people? I seek rain, not glory." He struck the water with the staff, and the vision shattered. The cavern rumbled, and the serpent man appeared again, his tongue flicking with approval. "You have passed the first trial. Few resist the lure of power. Go on, boy. The path is long." Tunde pressed forward, and soon he found himself in another chamber where fire leapt from stone pillars, filling the air with smoke. From the flames stepped 3 figures, warriors of fire, their bodies burning, their spears crackling with heat. They circled him, chanting in voices that sounded like crackling wood. "Prove your strength. Only the strong command the sky." The first warrior lunged, spear thrusting. Tunde raised the staff, deflecting the blow with a spark of light. The second struck from behind, but Tunde rolled aside, the heat searing his skin. The third came with a roar, and Tunde met him head-on, staff against spear, sparks flying like lightning. The battle raged, and though Tunde's arms ached and his breath came ragged, he refused to fall. With a final cry, he slammed the staff into the ground, sending a wave of light that scattered the warriors into ash. The cavern fell silent, and once again the Serpent Man's voice slithered through the air. "You have passed the second trial. Strength you have. But will it be enough?" Tunde pressed on, weary but determined, until he reached the third chamber. This one was unlike the others, silent, empty, with only a single child seated in the center. The child looked up, eyes wide and innocent. "Are you here to hurt me?" the child whispered. Tunde frowned, lowering the staff. "No, I came seeking rain." The child's voice quivered. "Then help me. I am lost. Carry me out, and I will show you the way." Tunde hesitated. His arms were already weak, his journey far from finished. But he could not abandon the child. He lifted the small figure onto his back and began walking. Step after step, the burden grew heavier until it felt as though he carried a grown man, then two, then more. His knees buckled, his breath faltered, but still he walked. At last, as his strength gave out, he stumbled into the light of the surface once more. He collapsed on the mountain grass, gasping, and when he looked over his shoulder, the child was gone. In its place stood the Serpent Man, smiling faintly. "You chose compassion over ease. That was the final trial. Remember this, boy. Strength and defiance may cool the sky, but only sacrifice and kindness can sway it. Perhaps you are not as foolish as I thought." With that, the cavern sank back into the earth, leaving only the mountain winds and the wide sky above. Tunde lay on the ground, clutching the staff, his body trembling with exhaustion, but his spirit burning brighter than ever. Far below, the villagers saw strange lights dancing on the mountain and heard echoes like drums carried on the wind. Fear spread, but so did hope. Some whispered that the boy was battling the gods. Others said he was already dead. Yet, in the heart of the village, Kofi, the Rainmaker, knelt in his shrine, tears streaking his face. "Oh, my son," he whispered, "may the ancestors guard you. May your fire not consume you before your time." But the sky was not yet finished with Tunde. The clouds gathered once more, darker, heavier, and from their depths, a voice rolled like thunder. "You have walked the trials, boy, but you are not done. If you still seek to defy me, then meet me at the heart of the storm. There, we will see if your defiance is truly stronger than the heavens." And so the second part of Tunde's journey began, not beneath the earth, but within the very storm itself. The trials are past, but the storm still waits. Tunde has proven his strength, his will, and his heart, but the sky has not yet bowed. Ahead lies the true battle, where defiance must stand against the fury of the heavens themselves. Will the boy who dared the gods rise as a legend, or fall as dust beneath the storm? The next chapter holds the answer. Do not miss it. Subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to witness the storm's reckoning.